What's up? Sean here. You know, that guy that likes to talk about video games all day. Today we're going to be talking about another one of those games that should have been in the arcades but decided to stay home for some odd reason. SSX. Let's go. SSX, or Snowboard Supercross, is a snowboarding game released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2012. This game has a unique system that seamlessly blends high-speed racing and high-flying tricks. In previous snowboarding titles, you either focused on racing, maneuvering obstacles, or tricks individually. If the title did allow you to do tricks, you have to be at designated trick zones that aren't that numerous. SSX changes that by giving you far more control over your rider, allowing you to trick at any time on flatland, off of the smallest snow dune, or the steepest of inclines to get huge air. And you're going to need that air to get that precious boost. Without boost, you can't go fast enough to win races. Alright, I admit, SSX may not exactly look like the type of title that I would find at an arcade. Maybe it's not over the top enough, or maybe it's too realistic looking, I'm not sure. But maybe we can find the answer to what makes a good arcade title by using our Wayback Machine and checking out these babies. That's right, SSX is a series that has been around ever since 2000. This launch title for the PlayStation 2 is an arcade-style game that was first to bear the brand EA Sports Big. Oh, and that's not just me classifying the game as arcade style. EA did that themselves. According to the SSX instruction booklet, EA Sports Big is not for the weak. Do not play this game if you suffer from weakness in the knees, nerves, bladder, or any other part of your anatomy when faced with super fast, high-octane, ultra-aggressive, high-flying, hard-hitting, adrenaline-pumping, arcade-style action. Whew! SSX 2012 was supposed to be a reboot for the SSX series, and as a result, it lost its EA Sports Big label. So, we have an opportunity to find out what makes a game arcade-style. Interesting. Well, looking at the game itself, you have two modes, race and show off. You choose your over-the-top avatar, you pick your venue, and you're off. Now, instead of your selected rider being airlifted to a predetermined mountain peak littered with extreme hazards and a few flares, you find your rider at the starting line of a professionally tracked course in front of a live audience. More attention is put on the characters as they are portrayed as superstars of a major production. The courses themselves are incredible constructs, from simple mountain runs to oversized fun houses, even completely artificial islands near Hawaii. And that's just the first SSX. SSX was definitely one of those titles that stood out during the PlayStation 2's lackluster launch lineup. And even though it being an exclusive kept it away from the arcades, the same excuse cannot be given to its sequels. SSX Tricky was a lot of gamers' introduction to the series, as it was released for just about every platform, including the GameCube, Xbox, even Game Boy Advance. It took just about everything from the first game and turned it up to 11, with more characters, more tracks, even more emphasis on the characters themselves, with a new rival mechanic that was added to make people care about the riders of SSX. You get to know their likes, their dislikes, their friends, and enemies.
Not a friend in sight. Watch your six today.
If you bump against too much or intentionally knock down another rider that doesn't like your character much, they'll more likely become enemies that will sabotage your race every chance they get.
Don't take your lack of talent out on me. Cheaters sometimes prosper.
As an added bonus, fans of the series got their first taste of the Untamed Mountain, Untracked, in which they can go wherever they wanted or trick however they wanted down an extremely open-ended mountain face, something that will become a staple of the SSX series from this point forward. There were a lot of gamers out there that loved SSX Tricky back in the day. In fact, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how in the world was this game left out of the arcades. I mean, there hasn't been another snowboarding game since Alpine Racer. Alpine Racer. Well, I want to jump back into the Wayback Machine, because even though SSX Tricky was good, there's still a lot of room for this game to evolve. Let's check out the next installment. SSX 3 is what I consider to be the peak of the series during console generation 6. Gamers were given an entire mountain to play with, littered with wild courses with backcountry paths in between. This gives gamers the ability to ride from the peak of the mountain all the way down to the bottom of the first course. Pretty sweet stuff. The rival system from Tricky is back, making gamers think twice about knocking down other riders to get that free boost. Rivals can also call you out after events for duels in the backcountry.
How about a trip on up to the backcountry, dog? I'm gonna school you up trick-wise!
The attention to detail on the characters is what I've always liked about SSX, and 3 did not disappoint.
Time now for the latest in circuit news. Kaori Nishidaki continues to do what she does best, kick everyone's butt with style. With wins all over the mountain, Radio Big will be keeping a close eye on Kaori. So should you, so stick around.
SSX 3 is definitely the total package, combining the offerings from other snowboarding titles like slaloms and even half-pipes. Combine this with its improved trick system, flatland moves, and improved rail play, and you have an experience that's worth playing even now, 2 console generations later. Alright, now I know I held up 2 other games earlier, but to be quite honest, I don't think that these games really did anything to move the series forward, you know? Either the game did too much or not enough. But let me know what you think. If you feel that I should be covering these games in some way, shape, or form, like a Let's Play or something, or if you feel that there are any other arcade-style games out there that have never set foot in the arcade, let me know, because I'm all about covering games that should be out there supporting the arcade scene. Now, if you got some hotness out of this video, find the subscribe button, click it. That's going to keep you updated on all of my future videos. Alright, this is going to end it for this video. This is Sean, stay classy. I'll see you on the next session.